1861, Puerto Isabel II, the last gate of Intramuros, was built. This meant redesigning the Rhazel, the Santo Domingo, and the Magallanes Gate, which opened to the river and where a monument in honor of Magellan stood. To the end of the 19th century, Intramuros remained a civic, religious, and educational center. However, trade and commerce had moved to Binondo, at the northern side of the Pasig. Here, British and American trading houses were established by the second half of the 19th century, after Manila was opened to direct foreign trade in 1848. Binondo developed rapidly as a business and residential district, attracting well-to-do mestizo families who built some sumptuous houses filled with things foreign, mostly British and foreign merchants and traders, who found Binondo more congenial and cosmopolitan than medieval Intramuros. The Pasig became a busy harbor filled with schooners, steamships, cascos, and other boats. Loyal City of Manila. Insay el Leal Ciudad de Manila. Intramuros, or in the Latin word intra, which means within, muros means walls. The popular name given to the walled city of Spanish Manila. The name Manila derives from nilad, a type of mangrove to pour white waxy flowers, or ixora. The city of Manila is built on a delta formed by the Pasig River, the only outlet of Laguna de Bae, a brackish lake surrounded by the provinces of Rizal, formerly Moro, and Laguna. Because it is a delta, the fertile land was drained by a number of estuaries or esteros. Many unfortunately have been covered up, causing the seasonal inundation of the city during the season of the Habagat or southwest monsoon. A street on the Pasig's northern bank called Estero Segado reminds us of these lost waterways, but a few esteros still remain open. Some have picturesque names like Tripa de Galina or Chicken Gut, which sneaks through the districts of Paco and Santa Ana, the man-made Canal de la Reina in Binondo, and Sunog-Apog, which separates Isla de Balut from the rest of Tondo. Manila's indigenous inhabitants were the Tagalog, Taga-Ilog, or river people. They had been actively trading with the Chinese long before the Spaniards arrived. Evidence of this is the number of tradeware are found in Santa Ana, the site of the Tagalog settlement called Namayan, and along the shores of the lake upstream. By the 16th century, however, Manila boasted of an international community brought together by trade: Chinese, Arabs, Borneans, and Japanese and Indians. In the 16th century, a thriving community of Tagalogs lived around the palisaded residence of its ruler, Rhazel Sulaiman. The palisade was built on the Pasig River's southern bank, where the river empties onto a sheltered bay. A Muslim, Sulaiman was related to Raha Matanda, the older Raha, and Raha Lakandula, who ruled over the northern bank, called Tondo. The Rahas were in turn related to the royalty of Brunei, a center of Islam, which was not just a religion, but a way of life that shaped the development of political and social life. Driven by hunger, the Spanish colony, first established in Cebu in 1565, pushed steadily north. By 1569, a settlement was established in Panay, where news of a capacious bay and prospects of trade and supplies of north reached the colonies. In 1570, Legazpi dispatched his nephew Juan de Salcedo and Martin de Goiti to reconnoiter north. They reached Mindoro, where the inhabitants capitulated to Spanish guns, then headed for Batangas and entered the Pansipit River all the way to Bonbon Lake or Taal. From there, they moved on to Manila Bay and dropped anchor at a hook-shaped sandbar called Kawit or Cavite. This was the staging point for their attack on Sulaiman's fortification. Although 1570 marked the formal colonization of Manila, the rest of the colonies did not arrive until a year later in May. By then, Sulaiman's palisade, damaged by the previous year's bombardment, was up again. A battle ensued. Sulaiman was forced to capitulate and abandon his outposts. The following month, on 24 June 1571, the feast of birth of John the Baptist, Manila was constituted as a city of the Spanish realm. The Tagalogs who had been forced off their land settled there with their relatives in Tondo, or eventually moved on an area south of the Spanish perimeter, called Bagong Bayan, New Town. This is the site presently occupied by Luneta Park, bounding the district called Ermita.